Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Rosie here. We are here again, buffing the Hag, another character that doesn't need it. Why are we doing that? Because it's protocol, boys. Imagine having to buff, like, a nurse, Hag, and doctor, and huntress, like, all in a row, and Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway. Hag is mwah. I have her at number 6 on my tier list right now. She's mwah. She's just mwah. Solid A tier character, boys. That being said, I see a lot of people putting her in S now next to Nurse and Spirit. No, boys, no. Not Nurse and Spirit levels of good. Bruh, we gonna put her in S? She's gotta get better than Doctor and Oni before you put her in S. And Freddy, calm down, boys. Like, she's good, but, like, bro, let's not forget who her competition is. She's got some stellar competition. Okay, that being said, though, boys, Hag is fantastic. Wow. Also, another well-designed kit from Behavior. I believe we only changed 10 add-ons this time around. This is a far cry from the Demogorgons 20 that we changed one time. I think that's the reason that the Hag has held up so well as being good, is ever since they, like, buffed her that one time, her kit's good. She's got 10 stuff. She's got 10 add-ons to work with. The twins have 3, to put that into perspective. The twins have 3, Ghostface has 3, Demogorgon has 2. Like, to put this into perspective about how awesome Hag having 10 viable add-ons actually is. About some of the other, like Shitslinger has, like, 4. I could keep going. I think the Legion has, like, 3 add-ons that are 4, 5. Legion has 5. But the point is, Hag having 10 add-ons is really stellar. Okay, so let's go on and explain how to buff the Hag while also explaining the stuff that we left. Base kit changes, none. Hag is a perfect example of a base kit killer in this game. For real. This killer don't need shit. She's got no, like, when you're losing with Hag, it's definitely because you're screwing up. And not because the character is holding you back. Like, she's mwah. She's perfect character in her base kit. She's fine. She's good. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the add-ons. The first family of add-ons that we kept: powdered eggshell, half eggshell, cracked turtle egg. This is the duration family of add-ons. When a survivor trips the trap, it keeps the trap out longer so you have more time to get in range and then teleport to it. Very good. It's working. Leave it as it is. It's fine. Nothing else to say about it, bruh. See, when you're talking about how to buff good characters, there's just not as much to say. Next family of add-ons that's working: Dead Fly Mud, Dragonfly Wings, and Dried Cicada. This is the teleportation distance. Dried Cicada probably being one of her best add-ons, where you got slightly increases, moderately increases, and then considerably increases. Dried Cicada with the cracked turtle egg, honestly being one of her best combinations. And of course, they also stack, so you can throw on Dragonfly Wings with Dried Cicada, and then you can stack the cracked turtle egg and the half eggshell too. Like, you can stack all this shit. So there's all that, but, like, in terms of combinations, Dried Cicada, cracked turtle egg, mwah, one of Hag's best combinations. So these 6 add-ons already, 6 out of 20. When a killer has 2 working families of add-ons, 6 out of 20 are already good. So having 6 add-ons to work with in the first opening 6 is better than, like, is better than most of the killers on the roster. Let's go, Hag. Okay, moving on to the next family that works: Pussy Willow Catkins and Willow Wreath. So, reveals the survivor's aura for 3 seconds, reveals the survivor's aura for 5 seconds. It's really good for when the survivor trips your trap and then tries to hide behind something, which, again, Claudette loves to do. It's not, like, the most helpful in a chase, but if they're going to try to stealth you out, and you can kind of see which way they're running, if they trip a trap that's near, so you can actually kind of cut them off that way. Like, there's stuff that they have. They also can be combined with one of the other add-ons that we kind of tweaked a little bit because it's a little bit weak, but it's some dirt. It's got some dirt. Moving on to the next add-on we kept: Rusty Shackles. Tripped phantasms do not spawn a mud phantasm, and then they give no indication of being triggered. So perfect. And then we kept another. We kept one of the iridescents, but we actually thought of an iridescent combo, so we saved that one for the end. So already we have a nice ground of add-ons to work with: 3, 6, And that'd be nine. Nine add-ons to work with already in the current kit. Very good. And then again, some of her bad stuff also applies to like the Doctor, where it's like it's not horrible, but I just think there's some room for improvements here. And that would be the first one right here. Rope Necklet slightly reduces the trap setting time. Cypress Necklet and Swamp Orchid Necklet. The reduction to the setting speed was kind of critical back when she sucked major ass, but she doesn't suck major ass anymore, and they gave her a base setting speed buff. Since they gave her that, these aren't really necessary anymore. Good hags will find the time needed to set the traps during a chase, so that slight niche use of setting them in a chase is not the most needed, so you can just buff these. I turn these into my patented early game add-ons. Rope Necklet spawns one exposed phantasm trap near the killer shack. Upon a survivor tripping this trap, they become exposed for 20 seconds. This trap can be teleported to regardless of distance. Upon a map not having a killer shack, their trap moves to a random totem. So basically, survivor hits a trap, boom, exposed, down. Easy, gamers. Easy free downs for the hag. One of the hardest things that hag has to do is actually like deal with exhaustion perks. Dead hard. Any dead hard counter, any expose you can get, the better, bro. This just add-on right here, getting some pressure on the board, especially Hag who excels at camping. One down and one hook can do wonders for her. Just one down, one hook, get her started, boom, boom, easy, kids. 20 seconds is kind of a strict time, but since you're playing a powerful killer, you can find that phantasm trap, set up another trap near it, and like 20 seconds is more than enough to get the down if you're a good hag. So that's why like on 20 seconds on Myers or something is like, we gave Myers for 45 seconds, didn't we? Like when we gave Myers an exposed down on hag needs 20 seconds because a good hag can get it in 20 seconds, believe me. So perfect. Mwah. And that's this next family, Cypress Behavior. Marlink reduces the trap setting time. 2 exposed phantasm traps. One near the shack and then one at the main building. Upon tripping these traps, survivors become exposed for 20 seconds. These traps can be teleported to regardless of distance. And again, no shack. No, there's always like a main part. Like upon having no shack, it would just go to a totem. So boom, boys. That's good. Good shit. Last one. 3 exposed phantasm traps. One at killer shack, one at the main building, one at a random totem around the map. Exposed for 20 seconds, can be teleported to regardless of distance. Mwah. So these traps would be a base increase to her lethality and basically be a nice suggestion on where to start setting up her web. Also, they're exposed, so if the survivors are injured, you might not even get value out of the exposed status effect. It might just be the teleportation regardless of distance that might be good. But they have to be tripped, though. Like, you can't just use, like, the iridescent to teleport to them. Even if you combine them with the iridescent that we left, you know the one. You wouldn't be able to teleport directly to these traps. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, boys. And if you can push them into it, they'd be good. They would do something on her, I think. Next, Bogwater. Behavior slightly increases the phantasm trap range. This is not only not very good, but it can actually be harmful in some situations. So, like if you're trying to set a trap, like the range can help the survivor get it to go off and be safer at a tile than they would otherwise. So these are just terrible. So these are bad. So mine, phantasm traps can no longer be destroyed by flashlights. The add-on she is desperately missing. We gave it to Bogwater. Just the add-on that would probably turn her into a top 5 character. Ridding her of this disgusting flashlight counter that has haunted her since she came out. Get rid of it, bruh. For real. Like, killers being countered by specific add-ons as specific items is such outdated design. For real. Trapper, they went ahead and got rid of it because Trapper's ass. Hag is an ass, so they haven't really gotten rid of her weakness to flashlights yet, whereas trappers can be disarmed with the toolboxes. You can get rid of hags with the flashlight. They thought they were being cute, but like on Trapper's just so ass that they had to get rid of it because it was undeniably dumb, whereas Hag is not garbage, and she's fantastic. But I was looking at this and I'm like, would equipping this add-on as a common really be worth it? And so I figured, there might be more we can do with this. So I decided to turn the being destroyed by can't be destroyed by flashlights into a family. Next one, bloodied water. Behavior moderately increases the phantasm trap range. We already went over why that's bad. Mine, phantasm traps can no longer be destroyed by flashlights. When a survivor attempts to destroy a phantasm trap with a flashlight, the hag gains a token up to 3. Each token increases the hag's movement speed by 5%, and then downing a survivor removes the token. Okay. Now, honestly, if you weren't, you're not going to see much value out of this, because any smart survivor that realizes you have one of these add-ons when they're trying to destroy your traps, or maybe they're stupid and just think they're missing it. So it would be interesting. It would give you, the killer, a benefit. It would turn Hag into 115 until she gets it down with when a survivor attempts to shine the flashlight. It's still not very good because it relies on the survivor doing something to set up your play. But it would at least, like, you would still, like, get something out of it, because it's not a guarantee if you have the add-on or not. So that's why I think this would be alright. And the last one, Bloodied Mud. Considerably increases the phantasm trap range. Mine, phantasm traps can no longer be destroyed by flashlights. If a survivor attempts to destroy a phantasm trap with a flashlight, all survivors become exposed for 30 seconds. Now, this is the one you would probably only see once per game. The reason why the yellow, you might get more value out of it, is because the yellow is more hidden. So, like, even if one survivor realizes you have it, another one might not. Whereas even a solo queue group will realize you're running Bloody Mud. So you get 30 seconds of exposed on every single survivor if they try to destroy your traps with a flashlight. And that might be good to get you at least one down, to get you moving. And then, of course, it's Hag. She can explode off of one down. So one down on Hag is beautiful. Just get rid of the flashlight counter on her. Makes it, like, add-ons like this being in the game, this is kind of like a no-ed thing, where even if an add-on like Bloodied Mud is in the game, my version, it would make the survivors think twice about destroying your traps with a flashlight anyway, because it's like, what if he's got Bloodied Mud and then we lose the game because of it? You know what I mean? So, like, this add-on just being in her kit would be healthier, because it would be a risk. It'd be a risk to actually destroying her traps. Next, Scarred Hand. Behavior. Mud phantasms have collision, removes the hag's ability to teleport, and grants 300% bonus BP. The mud phantasms actually having collision actually isn't bad. The reason that the add-on is bad is because that number 2, removes hag's ability to teleport to traps. Awful. Just awful. So, mud phantasms have collision, so we kept that, but we also gave it a new effect. In case that having collision isn't good enough, because on some maps it's kind of useless. So we gave it a new effect. Let's say a successful phantasm attack has an 8 stack save the best for last cooldown. So you can get the benefits of save the best for last without having to run save the best for last. So you get a phantasm, a trap, 8 stacks, cooldown, easy. You can explode because you have a web and you're a good hag player. And it will allow you to teleport to the next trap much easier, which is what Save the Best for Last does on her right now. I just don't like Save the Best for Last on her, because I think by the time you have 8 stacks, you've won already, especially if you're Hag. So I think that as a purple add-on will be much more useful. It will allow you to see the benefits of the perk earlier, and it will allow you to actually help you win the game. That's my perspective. Mine. That's it. I already said that. Grandma's Heart. Behavior. Decreases the hag's terror radius to 0 meters when a survivor triggers a trap. Terror radius to 16 meters. Now, actually, when you read that, it's actually not garbage. Like, 0 meter terror radius. That's not bad. You can get some gimmicky borrow time counters with that. But here's the thing. Hag doesn't really need help countering borrowed time, because she's Hag. You have a trap by the hook. Most of the time, the survivors fuck up anyway, and you'll be able to get over there anyway. And if you have Sloppy Butcher, you're not really trying to counter borrowed time with her anyway. You can slug in other ways. But that's beside the point. The Hag already has a decent anti-borrowed time kit. Having an anti-borrowed time add-on is something that she doesn't actually need, in my opinion. What she needs is an add-on like this. When tripping a phantasm trap, a survivor becomes exhausted for 5 seconds. That's what she needs. You don't know how many irritating times you have a trap that's godlike, golden, Gucci, so good, survivor triggers it, you teleport, dead hard, pallet in your face. Stupid. stupid. Like, that's why you don't need to give it, like, 10 seconds or anything. 5 seconds on Hag is perfect, because all you need to do is, boom, teleport to the trap, they can't dead hard to the pallet, they're down. Dead hard ruining this character's kit, terrible. Terrible, boys. Dead hard is such an obnoxious perk against this character, because your good trap placement can be destroyed by the pressing of the X button. Or, what is it, mouse 2 on PC? I don't fucking know. Could shift on... I don't know what it is on PC. Point is, your fantastic big brain play can be destroyed by the simple act of pressing a button. And that's ridiculous. So an anti-dead hard add-on like this will help her secure downs that she rightfully earned, in my opinion. Fuck dead hard. And again, that's a purple on Hag. Like, countering exhaustion is a purple on Hag because exhaustion's really good against her. So being able to counter it is a purple tier add-on on her, on more than some of the other characters, in my opinion. Next, Disfigured Ear. Behavior. Survivors who trigger the Phantasm Trap are deafened for 6 seconds. What the fuck utility does that have? There's nothing else in the game that deafens survivors. There's no synergy that actually has. I don't know what that's supposed to do, bruh. So, I just got rid of it because I don't get it. Me, successful Phantasm attacks apply the broken status effect for 60 seconds. Broken on Hag, mwah, so good. Even if you combine this with Sloppy Butcher as well, you can have Sloppy Butcher combined with 60 seconds of Broken to stop those fucking heals from ruining your day. Again, Broken for 60 seconds on Hag, that's purple. Because if you're fucking injured against Hag, that's really bad. Except, of course, if you have Dead Hard, as we discussed earlier. But again, 60 seconds of Broken from Disfigured Ear combined with this Grandma's Heart add-on, that's a really good combination. Because they're broken for 60 seconds, and you can negate their Dead Hards when they step on your trap. So that's really, really good. And that's when your Slug Gang can start going off. Start putting traps near people. It's really good. Hag is really good, guys. Hag is really good. Okay, we'll skip this add-on for right now, and then we'll go to the Mint Rag. Okay, Mint Rag is the iridescent that we kept. A bit reminder of what it does before we go up to the combo piece that we gave it. The Hag can teleport to any Phantasm Trap on the map at will with a cooldown of 15 seconds in between teleports. This add-on is really good. Otsavara even says it's broken and needs nerfed. I wouldn't go that far because she still has to obey all rules of the game. So this is good. This is certainly a good add-on. So how can we give her another iridescent that's good on its own but also enhances this so they can combo together? Easy. Waterlogged Shoe. Behavior. Survivors within the Phantasm Trap range suffer from hindered. Increases Hag's movement speed to, like, what, 112? She doesn't even get 115. Removes the Hag's ability to teleport to traps. So, basically, you turn into a shitty version of Freddy Krueger. Because Freddy doesn't lose movement speed when he places a trap. So, basically, you get reduced movement speed for a shitty version of Freddy's power with an increased animation to actually put down the trap. This is garbage and weaker than what she does already. So, obviously, this is fucking garbage. So, mine is this. Reveals the aura of a survivor when they are standing within 8 meters of a Phantasm Trap. So, when they're standing within 8 meters of your trap, you can use your Mint Rag to see their aura, teleport right to them, get a hit, free, easy gamers. A very, very good iridescent combination that would give her fucking wicked, insane map pressure. And that's what all killers need, wicked, insane map pressure. But as you can see, only about half of this kit was bad. We definitely gave her a more solid series of buffs. Buffing the Hag was definitely a bit more thought-provoking than buffing the Doctor, because buffing the Doctor was like, well, if we just give him this, it'll be even better than it already is. Doctor, what we had to do to buff him was the same thing Behavior did when they buffed him, which was accentuate what was already there. In order to, like, buff Hag, we just needed to give her some new effects. So you actually had to think about what those effects were as in relation to how she plays. Whereas Doctor's kit was already kind of in line with how he plays. Whereas Hag, even though she has 10 add-ons that are, the other 10 add-ons were not really in the realm of what she was trying to do. So, with this kit here, we fixed her, buffed her, we fixed her lethality problem, got rid of her exhaustion issues, and then got rid of those clunky, awful, can't teleport to trap add-ons that are so fucking useless.
So with that, we would have a much better hag than we already do than the one that's number 6 on the tier list. Oh, and that flashlight, and those flashlight add-ons were just the icing on the cake. GG, lads. Hag is good. She doesn't need this, but if you were going to buff the hag, this is how you would do it. GG's, lads.